Hey everybody, we're back in episode 4. If you see a hairy white beast running around here, it's my dog. Her name's Noodles. She's a good dog. So we're gonna go work on the carving blade portion of it. There's a lot to the tracker. Definitely a multi-tool. It's not your single edged blade or your single shaped edged blade, however you want to think about it. So we're gonna try to do it in levels. So again, carving blade. First off, it shows basic knife grip position and using the flat portion to cut a material. There we go. So I'm gonna try. I brought my coffee out. I'm trying to keep pieces of sticking from out of it, so I will probably move it a little bit later. But so it's just using this plain portion. So again, this is really hard dead elm. I don't have really any soft woods where I live. Pretty much everything I deal with is hard woods. I'm just gonna shear off some of this outside junk, and then we'll see what we can get. So I don't want to get that in my coffee. All right, and then that's another way that I use this. See if we can get some small curls. It's better to use this at an angle in order to get. I'm going to do it real easy, like that. That's how you can get some pretty decent little curls. If you do it flat, they tend to roll. Like I said, I'm doing this much higher than I normally do it, but let's see what we can get. Oop, shot one off. That happens. Another trick that you can do if they tend to shoot off is to make a notch. My wife recommended that I mention this to people because they might not know. If you're having trouble with feather sticks, cut yourself like a number 7 notch. Don't go too deep, but that's going to essentially be where it stops at. Hopefully you can see everything on this on camera. So it's just a number 7 notch. And the first couple will fall off. Just gonna plane that a little bit. But there's a better chance it's hitting that down there at the very bottom. See that one right there, probably it would have cut off. If you get stuck on a spot, just tap it a few times. The extra weight out here really helps. You hit like cross grains or knots. A lot of times just like a snapping kind of action. You just kind of drop it down on top a few times, following that same plane. And like I say, you can even make curls like that too. If you want me to do a video with a little bit better curls, these are real small, tight ones. But again, this is really, really hard wood. To me, this is tender because it's so small and fine. A lot of times I use matches instead of a ferro rod, so I want a little bit heavier of a piece. So instead of being like pencil size or match size, what I'll do is I'll just make a thick curl, kind of a really thick curl. I chop in a few times and then use the weight of the knife to kind of push through. That didn't work because there was a knot there. Let's see if we can get a better spot here. There it went. These are one of these heavier curls that I'm talking about. Light pretty readily with a match. Not tender. More of a kindling. Let's grab this back. Don't go in my coffee. Don't go in my coffee. Oh, it went in my coffee. That's alright, it's just wood. We'll try it on this one. There's one. There's a good one. Sheared off a pretty good piece there. So the diameter is, get around here so I can see. So the diameter is probably that of between a pencil and a matchstick, but because it has increased surface area this way, they tend to light a little bit better. You can light them on the edge. The entire thing will engulf in flame rather than just have a small stick that burns. So a few more of those. That's what I kind of been preferring as late. Again, I'm just using the weight of the blade. There's one. And something like this. We'll save those. Those can be split down later with the tip of your knife. There's another piece. Put my hand on that. Oh. That's another one. Hopefully you can kind of see. And like I said, you can split them down even farther if you really want to. Small matchstick size pieces. Take them and either pop them directly through, or if it's a longer piece, you can pop in the middle and pull through. It gives you the smaller pieces that you need, but it's a lot easier than cutting off pieces this big. Is easier than trying to take a large piece and then split it. That's what I think. All right. Chopping. I don't know if I have anything out here to chop. Just swing chop. Look down here. Oh. Yeah, that might be able to chop. It's pretty tall. Pretty tall. We'll stick that one for now. Skip that one for now. Hey everybody, I sawed off a piece of wood. We're gonna do the splitting task. My battery was at 1%, so I had to take a break, go drink some coffee, eat a brownie, watch part of Rhea and the Dragon, and now we're ready to go again. So I'm gonna baton this, and then after we get done batoning it, then I'm gonna split it down. We might do some other stuff. Okay. Okay. We can try to see if we can split this one shot. I don't know if it'll work or not. Nah, it's a pretty good split. Let's try it one more time. See if we can get it to split by chopping. Again, I'm using the secondary grip. That one went down a little bit deeper. I don't know if you can see it. Try it one more time. And then if not, we're just gonna go ahead and baton it. A lot of times you can get the one-shot splits with the tracker. This is, again, elm. That's hard, really hard, so I'll try it one more time. Secondary grip. Nah, it's just getting one wedged in there. So we'll go ahead and baton this piece down. We'll try to split that other one. Now we're making kindling. Ooh. Sideways. The bottom of this thing is not flat, so it wants to kick over a little bit. There we go. I'll save those two pieces. We'll get on this now a little bit farther. I'm using my AirPods. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. So I'm not super close to the phone. I'll check it, and if it you can't hear me as good, then I'll do something different next time. But so batons. I'll try to split this one with one shot. Let's turn it this way. This not being straight doesn't help. It's gonna fall that way. Let's try like this. All right, secondary grip. Oh, look at that. Pretty good split. See if we can try it from the other side now. How about right there? All right. It helps if I can hit it. All right, try one more time. There we go. There you go. This has a tiny little piece holding it together. It's some pretty wiry crap. So, batoning and splitting. Next on the list, set baton. We already did the carving blade, splitting. Use as draw knife. So, using as a draw knife. So, I always keep in my back pocket, my left, my wallet's in my right, left side pocket always has a giant bandana because it's useful. Blow your nose, cut your finger off, got to wrap it up. Millions of uses. So that's one thing I always keep, and then I always keep a piece of leather. Not only just for the back, for the draw knife, but also for if I was going to build a fire, and it was kind of like wet on the ground, I could start it in this. I could put my tinder in here. If my fire is premature, juvenile, and I needed to it saves me from having to blow. You can fan it pretty good. It's quite a lot of uses for that. So what we'll do, the draw knife, let me grab one of these pieces and see if I can do a draw knife. I'm not sure if these might not be just a little bit too, twist my stump here. There we go. Like so. And we'll grab, yeah, it should be okay. Use a draw knife. You'll get the idea. Hopefully I'm in frame, you can kind of see everything. Scoot this way a little bit. There we go. So to use as a draw knife, typically it'd either be a down or something like that, and then you could just put this on the back, kind of protect yourself, and draw. We're going to draw some pieces off. Safely draw some pieces off. So when I'm doing this, you have a natural stop in your body where your arm can't go any farther. The elbow and the shoulder stop itself can only go so far, and that's what I'm using, that natural stop. And it helps if you have a dad belly to put on top of it so it doesn't move. Which I do, so there's that. Alrighty, I'm not bleeding. It works out perfectly. Alright, and he ends up with some pretty nice curls. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but we'll go ahead and look and see if we can see the viewfinder, what I planed down was this piece right here, and I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty flat. But that's how you use a draw knife, and it does work. Just you're going to want something in the book here. It says draw knife functions of draw knife. Stick a piece of buckskin or rawhide over the saw. Same thing. All right, let's see what the next page. Angle of the knife. So for stock removal, I don't think I brought my saw out. Let's see if we can find a piece real quick. It is partially sawed through. All right, so we'll use this for stock removal. So let's say we're going to make something out of this. Let's go ahead and notch it down. That's what this is for, by the way. That's so you can squeeze against it. So you can see that didn't take very long at all. Makes a pretty good notch. So in the book it says stock removal. So if we're going to make something and we need this angle, it recommends that you use, it's probably out of frame, it recommends that you use a tool to tap it out. We'll just grab something else real quick. Let's grab a piece we just got. That's a good piece. That's a good one. I like it. Alright, so same thing. So you can see let's turn this a little bit more. There we go. So typically if I'm holding with the saw, I hold like this. But that's for a later video. Once you get it started. Like so, made a pretty good notch. And then if we wanted to, for building something, it mentions it in the book, that's why we're going over it. And you can just, if you wanted to pop out that piece, let me see if I don't blow it. You blow it. There, almost perfect. Not too perfect. There's a small little piece in there. So, again, there. Now it's perfect. Let's pretend I didn't do it wrong the first time. So, from the book, that's how you do stock removal. Alright, so the chop splits and everything so far. One thing I wanted to show you is the unique shape of this blade. You're kind of using both the ulu shape, the hatchet portion, the chopping portion, and this portion. So you can take a pretty good sized log. And this one already has a split in it. So I was batoning a little bit yesterday or today. And because of the unique shape, oh, let's see if I can get this, put this back way down so I don't lose a finger. The unique shape of how much deeper it is in the belly portion, you can actually, I'm going to go ahead and just go in that line. But if it didn't have anything, we could go in and just we're splitting it a different way. Exercise caution. Take it over here to the edge. Put it right here. And hopefully you can see, blast it. And I don't want to mess with this big club. If I hit my hand with that, it wouldn't be good. Alright, so we got a pretty good size split in there. This would probably be a better candidate for the draw knife because it's much larger. So let's go ahead and split it real quick. Split the log right down the middle. This is the process that I did for that bowl in the chopping blade portion. But I said that I burn out. This is how I split it because it was so large. There we go. So that's one way you can split up your wood. You can also, instead of batoning vertically, you could actually do a horizontal type splits all the way down this, make your smaller pieces. If you thought that maybe the lateral, or I'm sorry, yeah, the pressure this direction would be too much, go ahead and try to draw a nice chunk off of that real quick. Why not, right? I better get my safety thing here. All right. So we got safety thing, check. Knife, check. Dad belly, check. All right, and stick that in there like so. All right. Hopefully it's in frame. There. Draw knife. That's it. Works as a draw knife. I think that might be it for this video. I can't think of anything else. Like I say, I'll probably put some more out of the book. The next portion will be book. We're moving on to the saw blade. Probably do that tomorrow. I told my son we're gonna go play video games, so I think that's what we're gonna go do. But I'll post up these two videos on the chopping blade and the carving blade. And tomorrow we'll focus on the quarter rounder and the saw. All right. Thanks for joining me. Peace.